Before I introduce the Lee family, please welcome one more special guest, Kathy Biggert, who has her own hometown hero story to share. Kathy.
I thought this was going to be easy. It's not. When I heard about the documentary, I asked if it was about the Lees, because I had a personal connection 34 years ago. Through my job as a 911 dispatcher over the years, I knew that they'd, since the time that I met them, gone on the lake and rescued a lot of people. They were helping people for 30 plus years, and it was long before Winnebago County had the current boats that we have, and even the previous boat that we had that wasn't as efficient as the current one that we have. Because so many people snowmobiled on the west end of Lake Poygan, because the Lees lived there, it was so much easier for them to get there faster than anybody. It was early 1977, January or February. I was dating a guy that lived out on the lake, and he was a snowmobiler. My dad was a snowmobiler, we had a snowmobile. So we all, as a group, would snowmobile. And our congregation place was the place that's now called Captain's Cove, but it used to be called Hoger's or Gene and Jan's, and that was kind of the place that every weekend we'd meet there, and we'd decide, where were we going? Were we going to Tustin? Were we going over up to Fremont? Were we going down around by Winnebago? Where were we going? But a large group of people, almost always, started out from that end of Poygan, and that's where we would end up meeting back at the end of our day of snowmobiling. So one afternoon, I think it was a Sunday, it could have been a Saturday, but I think it was a Sunday, 4 of us started out from what was the Captain's Cove. We headed to the North Shore in Tustin. The bar was called Johnny's, Indian Point, and Brian Lee was among those with us. And it was myself, my boyfriend's roommate, and Brian. And we all knew there was a crack out there. There was a crack on the ice every year, but where the crack was located would change daily. We were going to the North Shore. We got up to where the crack was at that particular time, and we realized that it was not at the same place that it had been yesterday. So we parked our sleds, we got off, and we walked toward the crack, and we decided we were going to try to figure out, not me, because I was not knowledgeable, but the guys were, which way were we going to go around it? Were we going to go to the west, or were we going to go to the east? How were we going to get around the crack so that we can make it all the way across to the shore? While we were standing there, a circle of ice underneath me dropped away, and I went straight down. My arms came out like this, and my arms caught the ice, so I was like that, but I couldn't touch the bottom. It was very scary. Sorry. Before I even realized what happened, Brian Lee came out, took my hands. He was laying on his stomach on the ice because he knew exactly what to do. He was on his stomach, took my hands. The other 2 guys had each of his feet, and they pulled me back. And I was out. I stood up. I think, long before I even knew what had happened. And I looked at my snowmobile suit, and I thought, holy cow, I look like one great big diamond. It just sparkled. And I was like, I don't know, I was too naive or too stupid maybe to realize that, I'd just been rescued and I could have drowned quite easily. It was up to my neck. I couldn't touch the bottom. And, if it wouldn't have been for Brian being there, Brian knowing what to do and doing it as quickly as he did, I don't think I'd be here today. And that's my story.
Thank you, Kathy, for sharing such a touching story.